So I'm just gonna show you guys a typical breakfast, and I've got my eggs on the go. I put a little bit of egg whites. I don't use a cup measurement really anymore, so I'm gonna guess it's about 3/4 a cup, and I do 1 whole egg. I have my coffee. I put half and half in it and 2 Splendas. That's what my morning coffee is, and I can't function without that. So shout out to you, coffee, for being the real MVP. I do a very full half cup of this Quaker oatmeal. So there's my oatmeal. I just put it in the microwave. And then I use about 1 tablespoon of the flaxseed. It's ground flaxseed. Make sure that if you get flaxseed that you grind it yourself or buy whole ground flaxseed. And then I'm gonna add half a cup of wild blueberries. I buy this organic one from President's Choice, and I always use the frozen ones. And then I use cinnamon and bitter stevia. English toffee is my favorite flavor. Just sweeten my oatmeal, and then I kind of just keep stirring it to make it nice. I use this pink Himalayan salt, and I'll use also pepper for my eggs to season them and make them have a little bit more tastiness. So this is the final end result on my breakfast. So my whole egg, my egg whites, my oatmeal with cinnamon, stevia, blueberries, flaxseed, and then I also take these 3 supplements by ALANI New. I take the fish oils, the probiotic, and the multivitamin. I take that with my breakfast, and make sure that if you do order these products that you use my name to save you on shipping orders over $50. So I'm gonna eat this, and this is my favorite meal of the day, I would say. Let's see how the yolk's looking. Perfect, yolk porn. Sorry for me. Atlas, are you sad that I'm eating? You're gonna have breakfast soon. You're gonna have breakfast soon too.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Fearless.
Alright, so I just finished my shoulder workout, which I'm actually going to include in this video, so you will see the workout that I'm going to do. And then I'm just about to head home, so I'm at the gym right now, I'm just about to head home and I'm going to make my post-workout meal. This meal tends to vary quite often, so I wouldn't say this is like a typical post-workout meal, but I am going to show you what I'm doing for today. Okay, I made it back. I live like 2 minutes away, which is a benefit. So I'm just going to do my post-workout meal right now. I'm going to try to show you. I don't have a proper stand yet for my camera, so I'm using this like makeshift one, and it's just a little bit funny. But basically, as you can see, I have lettuce, I have oven roasted turkey, mayonnaise, mustard, carrots, and I do have Ezekiel bread, which is not visible at the moment. So, if you can guess, I am going to be making a turkey sandwich. This is the Ezekiel bread I use. So it's just the plain flavor. The cinnamon one is really good. So I just popped those in the toaster and they're gonna heat up. And then this is the turkey I buy, unless I buy actual turkey from the place. But this one's pretty good and it doesn't have a lot of other junk added to it, which I like. And then I just have this lettuce because I find a lot of times when I do the other lettuce, it goes bad before I use it. Make my greens drink, so I have my ALANI new greens, and then I like to add some BCAAs just because I just worked out, so I'm gonna have those and I didn't have them during my workout. I'm getting low on my greens, so a scoop of those. And then a little less than a scoop of those. And then I'm going to shake that up. Alright, so this is my final product. It doesn't look so fancy, but Ezekiel bread, turkey, lettuce, mayo, mustard. Had some carrots, ate a few already, and then my green shake. So that is going to be my post-workout meal, and then I'm going to get to some work. Alright, so I drink quite a bit of tea throughout the day. But I always do decaffeinated just because I find if I have too much caffeine, it starts to impact my anxiety. So I'm just gonna do 1 tea bag. I don't actually keep it in very long, so I just have the water boiling. So after a meal, I kind of like having my tea is like a dessert. So I do put a little bit of the half and half, and then I'll put a stevia in there just to kind of make it sweet and dessert-like. So it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and other than my shoulder workout today is a very like sedentary type day. So yesterday I did a lot of housework and cleaning, so it's pretty physically active, like running up and down the stairs, vacuuming, mopping, doing lots of laundry. But today, other than doing my shoulder workout, it's a very inactive type day. So I just want you to keep that in mind with how much I'm eating today. I feel like I'm still eating quite a bit, but if I were doing more vigorous activities in the day, I would probably eat more today. So I definitely do listen to my body, and days that I have a lot more activity output, I'm obviously eating a lot more. So it's about, I think, did I just say it's already, I already said it's 2 in the afternoon. So I'm just gonna have a snack. My dad's coming down today from Scarborough, so we'll probably go for dinner. We'll probably go to Swiss Chalet, which is great because I tend to eat there quite often, so it's good for me to show you the typical meal I get from there. So yeah, I'm gonna make my snack right now. All right, so I have 3, well, I've had 3, I already ate some. Popcorn rice cakes, it's just the Quaker rice cakes. I'll show you the package after. And then I use smooth natural almond butter, and I use no sugar added Smucker's strawberry jam. So I don't really measure anything out, I kind of just put it on there. Oops. I'm making a mess. And this one I keep just eating. Voila. Oh, jeez. And these are the rice cakes I do. So they're the butter popcorn flavor. Alright, so I'm just heading to get some dinner with my dad and my brother. So we're going to go to Swiss Chalet. I probably won't vlog a whole lot while I'm there, but I will get a little footage of what I'm eating and then I'll explain what I had afterwards. Alright. Finishing this day of eating. It's obviously the day after, but I'm doing the outro now. So that is what I eat in a day. My days do differ, so I feel like if you watch this video and you think I eat like that every single day, that's not correct. I do eat very intuitively and kind of just how I feel and what I have grocery wise. And if I'm traveling, I tend to eat quite differently just because we're on the road. So I'm kind of eating places where we go to different restaurants. So, but that, I would say some staples in what I showed you would be my breakfast. If I'm at home, that's always my breakfast. I'm always doing a stir fry. Like either I make it myself or I'll go to Swiss Chalet, which we tend to go to a lot, and I'll get it there. I tend to do popcorn a lot for treat, a snack at night. Not every night, but quite often. And I always do my chocolate. That's like, I have that like every single night. Rice cakes, I do that quite often as a snack. Sometimes I'll have protein bars in there. The sandwiches, like I'll sometimes do it, other times I'll do something different. Like if you've seen some of my other videos, I've shown you guys salads. I made like a beef stew, which I might do that, or like a chicken stew or soup. So it's definitely varies on the day, and obviously my energy output and what I'm doing in that day depends. So like that was a very sedentary type day. Besides my shoulder workout, I didn't do a lot of physical activity, so I obviously didn't need to eat as much, whereas days that I'm doing a lot more, I'm probably going to be eating more just because I'm hungrier and I'm listening to my body. But oh yeah, and I was going to go over the last few things because I didn't talk in them. So the stir fry, I get the stir fry from Swiss Chalet, and I get it with half the rice, and then I just take the other half rice home and use it. I get everything else is the same. I ask for double veggies, and I get the teriyaki sauce on the side, because if you get the sauce on it, it's like a soup and I don't like it. The teriyaki sauce is quite sugary, so ideally you don't want to add too much to it if you're trying to, you know, be cautious of your carbs. But I find like 1 to 2 tablespoons is usually enough. And then the popcorn is just Smart Pop, so it doesn't have a lot of added fat or added other stuff into it. And I didn't eat the whole bag myself. I did split it with my dad. So if you see the macros, I put a half bag instead of full bag, but often I will eat that myself just because I feel like it's more of a individual serving type thing. And then I showed you that I was taking my digestive products. So I don't take this all the time, but I felt like the Swiss Chalet meal was big, a lot of veggies. So I took one just to help with the digestion of, like, you know, the broccoli and the cauliflower. And but again, I don't take that with every single meal. I take that just with like bigger meals or meals that I'm not used to. Like for instance, I went and got a burger and fries the other day, and I took a digestion with that meal just to help with the digestive process of a larger portioned meal. And then I took my sleep product. I, again, don't take this every single night, but because I'm still kind of getting over the jet lag and my sleep pattern isn't 100%, I've been incorporating this just to kind of help, especially on days that I want to get a good night's sleep. So yes, I took that, and then that was basically the gist of kind of everything I had for the day. I tried to incorporate the macros as accurately as possible. I don't usually use my fitness pal, and I don't actually calculate macros anymore. So I find when I start like looking at calories and stuff, I can get a little obsessive. So I just don't count calories or macros. So I couldn't even remember my fitness pal login. I had to reset my password just for this video. So I hope that those macros are useful. And yeah, that's basically it. I think the total calories was about 2110, 2100 in there. And again, I guessed on some of the macros because it didn't weigh everything else, so it's not 100% accurate, but I feel like it's a pretty good estimate. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope that it was insightful into a day of what I'm eating. I honestly just filmed this video because when I asked suggestions of what you guys want to see on my Instagram maybe like 2 weeks ago, a lot of them were like, what do I eat? What do I eat? What do I eat? So I'm giving you guys this video. So I hope it was helpful. I hope you enjoy it. And make sure that you subscribe if you aren't already. Okay, bye guys. Thanks.
I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it in a sense, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.